feels like maybe it can be repeatable over 162.
Yeah, look, that first inning was pretty impressive. Not gonna lie. Right out of the gate with the door walking and then just going first to third, putting pressure. Because that's one of the things that we talk about. If you want to beat guys like this, you know, you're gonna have to do. You're gonna have to play perfect baseball, pretty much. Not only putting together some really good at bats, but running the bases, putting the ball in play. And the whole inning, the way everything unfolds, was pretty impressive, like I said. Then Bo with 2 strikes, he gets behind the count. We talk about the importance of getting guys in once we get in scoring position, and you know he gets the sac fly. And then the other at bat there for the Luis Robert one, man, like for him to get to 3-2 and lay off that sweeper, hell of a job there. That sets the table for Brett Baty. That gets the big one. Overall 1 through 9, pretty solid day, and he says a lot about offense here.
Look.
What was your assessment of Jorge Polanco versus Robert Manfred?
I thought they were both pretty good. The few chances that they got, that one hopper to Bo, the way he reacted, got up, set his feet, made a good throw. The one that he came in, threw it on the run, a little bit offline, but it was good for Polanco to come off the base, apply the tag. The ground balls, routine ground balls for Polanco, a couple of hard ones. Just the whole thing, the positioning, and for them to be able to communicate from pitch to pitch in the infield was good to see.
Dave.
Carlos, with Benj, you kind of encapsulated what you guys like about him. First couple at bats, strikes out, but he bounces back with a walk, and then the big home run, obviously. What did it say about just him, about his resiliency and what he can add to the team?
Yeah, the personality. Who he is, he's super consistent. He's 0 for 2 with a couple of strikeouts, and he still feels pretty good about his chances. He controls the strike zone, he walks. There's a couple of walks there, and then he gets a pitcher that he can do damage and goes to the pull side like that. I'm not surprised by it because of the personality there. Opening day, first big league game for him, packed house, and he just goes out there and plays his game. So.
What does it mean for you guys as a team, too, when he came back to the dugout? Obviously, the guys were really happy for him. You spun around and patted him on the back. Does it just kind of a lift for you guys to see a rookie like that do that?
Yeah, and the guys supporting each other, just making sure he enjoys the moment there. But just the support from everyone. I think everyone was just jumping there in the dugout. So first major league hit, and it's a homer. It just doesn't happen too often.
Tony.
Following up on Chelsea's first question about the offense, and you talked about those first inning at bats. How repeatable is that, especially with all the new personnel you have, new coaches? And I mean, how repeatable is that sort of thing for you guys over 162?
Yeah, it's 162. There's going to be times where it's going to be hard. That's the nature of the business. But just to see it out of the gate against one of the best pitchers in the league, it goes to show you that we got some dangerous guys there. And they continue to add on. Not only that first inning, but that fifth inning was as good as the first one, where they're controlling the strike zone, they're creating traffic. We're putting the ball in play with 2 strikes. We're going all the way when we need to. That's a sign of a good offensive team that from 1 through 9. And when you get contribution from guys like Marcus, from Benji, and Alvi, and we're able to turn that lineup over, we're going to score. We're going to be in a good place.
Mike.
What did you see with Peralta?
Other than the 2 mistakes there to Lau, I thought he was pretty good. They put together some really good at bats. Followed some pitches, lay off some tough one, ran his pitch count up, but he was able to get through 5 on a day where, like I said, a couple of missed pitches there that they clipped him, but overall, I thought he was very good.
He's a guy that's been around a while. Did you notice any jitters in him pitching for the first time here, or just kind of business as usual?
I saw the same smile when he came from the bullpen right before he took the field. That's what impressed me the most, just his personality. And his opening day, he's about to take the field, and he's got that smile on his face. So he's used to it.
But Luis Gonzalez, Biscaya International, you've had a couple of months now to take a good look at this. What sort of improvements have you seen, actual improvements in your new team?
Day 1 after spring training, just seeing it once you put it together on paper, and once you see it work on a regular season. again, it's just one game, but there's a lot to like. As far as the improvement goes, we got a long ways to go. We're not perfect, we're not gonna be perfect, but it's just fun to watch those guys put together some really good at-bats against a pretty good pitcher.
Abby?
What did you guys see from Skeens today, and what were you able to take advantage of in that first inning?
He was missing arm side, especially against lefties. And we controlled the strike zone. We didn't swing. He was trying to make us chase. And again, we executed the game plan there. Like, we're going to make him come to us. And if we get good pitches to hit, we're going to be aggressive. But we're also not going to swing at his pitches. And we saw Willie Lord right away. And then for me, the whole inning was the Louis Robert at bat.
Joe?
Off of the Louis Robert at bat, I mean, it is against Skeens being down 1-2 in that count. I wonder if the whole day, though, makes you dream on that player a little more about what it could mean for you guys this season?
100%, because we know he's going to chase, right? But you watch the whole at bat right there against a pretty good arm. He gets behind and he's able to follow off pitches. And then for a guy that historically he's been a chaser, right? 3-2, he lays off that breaking ball. Credit to him and credit to the hitting coaches, because they've been behind the scenes in spring training. That's been a point of emphasis, like doing damage with pitches that he can do damage with. And again, that walk, trusting the guy right next to you, and he worked today.
Freddie's gotten more swings and misses with the slider historically. When you go back and look, the highest carries of his career came in years he used the slider more. How gratifying was it to see him use the pitch, get the swing and miss there, and do you think that's a consistent feature of what you hope you see from him this year?
As he continues to evolve and learn from himself and the league, it was fastball Freddie when he first came up, right? But now he's more like a pitcher. Not only the fastball, who, by the way, had life, it was up to 96 today. But the changeup is a new pitch for him. Last year, I think, the slider, the breaking ball, like, he's just unpredictable. And that's what makes him who he is. It's pretty tough there.